get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
We ain't giving them nothing.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. Able to find Isabella. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On play action, it's Murray. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down, Murray now. After the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 31-yard line.
I got him.
From the 31, Murray. And his throw is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Kings, 180. Let's go. Let's go.
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray with a third and long. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And from down in Miami, an update. The Broncos have taken the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
180. Hey, 133. Check four. Keystone, have it.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hey, alert! Hey, orbit. Hurry! Point it right.
On third down, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Right here.
To throw on third down. Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9
you
picks, you want that in a big...
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Zach Cunningham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mayfield on play action. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw, it's Murray. He's got Allen. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd down, Murray. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a give right side. Terrell, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now Murray. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. This fielded at the 2. Spinning away. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a game of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
180! Up! You ain't going nowhere. Watch out!
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11.
Going the other way.
First and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken short.
The Browns take over.
Let's go!
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check. Fresno. Real. Fresno. Watch safety creeping. Alert. Back. Kill.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
180. Slam. Deuce. Run. Hey, watch it.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Pistol.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run again with Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A rare misstep on that last play, because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. To throw is Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Murray going to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10 to 7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Rush in.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught, Beckham. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Play fake. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They run it again with Chubb. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Check 26, check 26.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray forced out to his left. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Browns drive about to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Watch the whip. Slam.
On first down, Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt in the final minute, as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Extra point up and through. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now Murray. Caught by Allen. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cards, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our